3 days after domestic air travel resumes across the country, at least 5 air passengers boarding different flights have tested positive from COVID-19. In the latest, 3 air travelers tested positive in Jammu. 1 passenger traveling on air flight was found positive. 36 passengers and 4 crew members of the flight have been put under institutional quarantine as per the Punjab government rules. In another incident, passenger flying on board an Indigo flight from Chennai to Coimbatore tested positive on Tuesday. The 24-year-old passenger has been admitted to the ESI hospital in Coimbatore. All the passengers who were on the same flight are being tested and all have to be under home quarantine for the next 14 days to come. Indigo, in its official statement, has said that no one else was seated near the infected passenger, significantly reducing the possibility of transmission. So that's the latest coming in right there. The passenger flying on board Indigo flight from Chennai to Coimbatore tested positive on Tuesday, and the 24-year-old passenger has now been admitted to a hospital in Coimbatore as well. But the downside now here is that all the passengers who were on the same flight with this passenger who tested positive are being tested at the moment, and they will all have to be in home quarantine for the next 14 days to come. Shalini Lobo is getting us the story. Shalini, I was just mentioning to our viewers as well as to how all the other passengers who were on board with the 24-year-old person who tested positive all have to home quarantine themselves for the next 14 days to come. What else are we picking up as far as this story is concerned? Indigo has also put out an official statement saying that they've made every measure possible where no one else was seated near the infected passenger, reducing the possibility of the transmission.
Well, indeed, Chetty, all passengers of any airlines, they're mostly wearing face shields, gloves and masks, which are mandatory as well, and is a good measure that's being taken. Now, because the occupation in planes are less, there is social distancing maintained in aircraft as well. This was a 24-year-old male passenger who travelled from Chennai to Coimbatore. In Coimbatore, it's mandatory that every passenger coming into the airport takes an RT-PCR test. So swabs are collected, they go into institutional quarantine, and once results come back, if they test negative, they get to go home. Otherwise, they are sent into a hospital, which happened in this particular case. The other passengers have been tested negative. The crew of the Indigo who were on board also have been asked to quarantine. The aircraft was disinfected, is what the Indigo press statements say, and they say because of less occupancy of passengers, there was no one seated in his vicinity. So as of now, all the other passengers and the staff on board that Indigo flight from Chennai to Coimbatore have been asked to undergo 14 days quarantine. If anyone develops symptoms, they will have to call the district call center and alert them.
All right, Shalini Lobo getting us all those details right there. Be careful before you board your next flight. Only if you have to, that is when you should travel, given the fact that these cases are now emerging from across the country at the moment. Shalini Lobo getting us that story.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.